Mm. Hello, 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 guys. Good evening, everyone. Hello. Hello, guys.
Hi, teacher.
Hello, my dear Mayra. How are you?
Very good, very good.
Excellent. Good to hear that. Welcome, guys. How are you guys today? How was the weekend? Did you do anything fun? Hello, Andres. Andres, you have your microphone on and it's kind of noisy where you are. So I'm going to turn on your mic. There we go. Well, guys, welcome. Today we're having our 9th class. Today is Monday, February the 13th. That means that tomorrow we're finishing our 3rd cycle, and today we are having we are gonna have a pretty interesting class. It's gonna be our last session with content. Because of course tomorrow we're going to have session, but that is going to be the test. So I'll share the agenda. We're going to start with the warming up activity. That is, we're going to play some games, online games. Then we are going to take some time to take this encuesta de satisfacción ciclo 3. After that, we are going to work on pages 122 and 123. We are going to finish with a writing activity that is going to be graded, and then you are going to have your break from 7:45 to 8 p.m. Okay, and that is basically what we're going to be working on today during this first part of the session. So let's get started. We're going to start with 2 online games, and after that I'm going to call the attendance. So let's begin. This is the first one, okay? This is the first game. It's a 3rd conditional darts game. You are going to click on start, and then we're gonna have some questions, or not questions, some sentences. This is the first one. If I had won the lottery, I would have bought a car, I would have driven a car. So you're going to choose between one or the other, right? You're going to choose between the 2 options. And then if it is correct, you are going to have the chance to play with the dart, okay? So there are only 10 sentences here. So let's do the first one together. If I had won the lottery, what is the other part of the sentence? I would have bought a car, or I would have driven a car.
I will have bought a car.
I would have bought a car. Okay, and then you're going to click on submit to check if it is correct. So submit. Yes. So you now have to throw the dart into the balloon because you have to explode it. Tienen que darle al globito, okay, to the balloon. So you need to click here. You need to click here on the dart. Then darle click al dardo. You need to click on the dart, and you need to do it when you think the dart is going to pop up the balloon. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear? The first game?
Yes, teacher.
Yes? Okay. I'm going to share the link with you. This is the first game. Game number 1. When you finish with this game, there is this one about 3rd conditional organizing sentences. You need to drag and drop words to rearrange each sentence into its correct order. So you're going to click on start, and then you are going to organize 7 sentences. So we have own, if, seen, I, my, with, it, it's, believed, have eyes, shouldn't, hadn't, I. So you are going to organize this sentence so that it makes sense. Okay, so you're going to drag and drop. If it changes color, then it means that it is in the right position. Si cambia de color, indica que está en la posición correcta. For example, yo sé que ya aquí no va if, ¿cierto? Yo sé que ahí no va if, pero por hacerles el ejemplo. So if I move it here, it's not going to change color. So it means that it is not correct. So for example, I shouldn't, no, shouldn't doesn't, oh yes, shouldn't what? I shouldn't have believed, believed what? Believed it, probably, if I hadn't, seen it, very good, with my own eyes. Very good. So you need to organize the sentences. And then we have 7, okay? So I'm going to share this second link on the chat. And you are going to play the 2 games. Vamos a hacer los 2 jueguitos de una vez, okay? So I'm going to give you a couple of minutes for you to play the 2 games. And you are going to let me know when you finish. Is it clear, guys, or do you have questions? Is it clear? Do you have questions?
Clear, teacher.
Clear, all good? Okay. So game number 1, game number 2. Please take a couple of minutes to play the games. Thank you. Please start, por favor, inicien.
Accept. Oh, start. If I had
Sorry, I have something with the first link.
You
I
have
can
what?
hear
Sorry, Julie. You have what? Sorry.
some problems with the first links. I don't know, but I can open
Why?
it.
What does it appear?
Could you share the link again, please?
Of course. Okay, there we go. Try to open it and let me know if it works. When you guys finish, please let me know. Guys, while you finish, I am going to call the attendance, okay? So if you hear your name, please say present or here. Acevedo Cuevas Saray.
Present, teacher.
Great. Álvarez Becerra Andrés. Andrés Álvarez Becerra. Oh, I see that you activated your mic, but I cannot hear you, Andrés, but I know you're here. Ayala Viloria Joeli.
Present.
Teacher,
Yes.
you can hear me?
Yeah, now I can
Okay.
hear you. Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Baca Jain Andrea.
Present, teacher.
Great. Cárdenas Flores Gilbert Niger. Cárdenas Flores Gilbert. Okay, good. Cordero Castellanos, sorry, Carrero Bonilla John Hammer.
Present, teacher.
What? John Hammer?
Cordero.
Okay. Good. John Hammer is not here. Hold on. And Cordero Castellanos, Bernard Miguel. Very good. You're here. Okay, Gilbert, don't worry. Sorry. Córdoba Miranda Stephanie.
Present, teacher.
Good. Durán Liscano, Durán Ardila, sorry. Silvia Alejandra.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Liscano Arisa Judy Lisette.
Present, teacher.
Okay, great. Lozada Díaz Diana Lisette.
Present, teacher.
Awesome. Paredes Marín Luisa Fernanda.
Present, teacher.
Excellent. Pinzón Linares Mayra Juliet.
Present, teacher.
Great. Plata Vargas Mayra Alejandra.
Present, teacher.
Excellent. Rodríguez Llorente Harold David.
Hi, teacher.
Okay, great. Sandoval Miranda Angélica Stephanie. I think she's not coming today. She's sick. Sierra Jaimes Daniela Fernanda.
Hi, teacher. Me.
Okay, great. Velasco Uribe Ana María.
Hi, teacher.
Great. Vera Peña Jennifer Jimena.
Here, teacher.
Great. Pérez Ardila Natalie Joanna.
Here, teacher.
Great. Albarracín Caballero Cristian.
Here, teacher.
And Lozada Uribe Daniela.
Present, teacher.
Okay, all righty. Very good, guys. Excellent, excellent. Okay, did you finish with the activities, with the games?
No, teacher, I less, but don't worry.
Okay, so we're going to continue because we have a couple of activities for today. So if you couldn't finish the game, you can play them after or class, or maybe in another time that you have the opportunity to work with them, but we need to continue. So we are going now to take a couple of minutes to check homework. After we finish homework, we are going to take encuesta de satisfacción. Okay, so we're going to also have a couple of minutes on that. So let's check homework. Did you do homework, guys? Did you remember that you had homework or not?
Not really.
No, not really. Oh my God.
With my group, we did a group at WhatsApp, but we don't do like the homework.
No homework. Estos muchachos no hicieron la tarea. Okay, don't worry. So we are going to check it together. Vamos a hacerlo aquí. We're going to check it together. The idea was to check on this and then answer the questions that you may have with this grammar that we were studying on Friday. Entonces, esta era la gramática. This is the grammar that we were studying on Friday. And then we were talking about a past condition with a past result, but then we can also have a past condition with a present or a general result. So the first one is past condition, past result. And then there is an example as if Andrew had stayed on the boat, his phobia would have got worse. Si Andrew se hubiese quedado en el bote, su fobia hubiese resultado peor. So we're talking about a past event, a past condition with a past result. And then on the other hand, we have a past condition, but with a present or a general result. Tenemos una condición en el pasado que su resultado es presente o es general en el presente. For example, if Deborah hadn't had this experience, she wouldn't be a successful motivational speaker. Si Deborah no hubiese tenido esta experiencia, ella no sería una motivational speaker hoy en día, right? O sea, es algo que sucedió en el pasado, pero que tiene un resultado en el presente, in the present. Okay, so we are going to review I think the last activity that we did was number 4. Creo que la última que hicimos fue la número 4. I think it was number 4. So let's or we finished number 3. Yeah, number 3. Let's go with number 4. It says Kieran become a top class footballer if he not break his leg. So let's read the sentence. Let's analyze it together. So number 4. Remember the first option, the first sentence, la primera oración, ¿tiene el if o la tiene en la segunda?
Second.
The second one, right? In the second one. So let's form or let's write it. Let's conjugate the verbs here. Kieran become a top class footballer if he not break his leg. How would you create that sentence?
Would have become became.
He would have, okay, he would have become, or when we're talking to probability, si hablamos de probabilidades,
Would became.
Could, con el could también. Kieran could have, because if we're talking about probabilities, si hablamos de probabilidades, podríamos usar el could y el might, right?
Could have, teacher.
Could have, exactly. And same structure, y la misma estructura. So Kieran could have, could or might have, and then become could have become, and the past participle. El pasado participio del become es el mismo. Become, became, become. So Kieran could or might have become, ay, no me quiero el become here.
Hola, mi amor.
A top, okay. A top class footballer if he, si él, not break his leg. Hadn't, So la que va con el if, exactly. If he hadn't broken his leg. La que lleva el if condicional, the conditional if, vamos a utilizarlo con el past participle, con el past perfect, past perfect. And of course, y claramente el verbo en past participle. So Kieran could or might have become a top class footballer if he hadn't broken his leg. So we're talking about a hypothetical situation, something that didn't occur, algo que no sucedió. And then when we're talking about a probability or possibility, we use could or might. Let's go with number 5. If he be able to play for a big club, he not become a coach.
Had been.
If he had been able, if he had been able to play, I'm going to change color. If he hadn't, is it affirmative, negative? Affirmative. If he had been able to play for a big club, he
Couldn't.
Okay, or if we're talking
would?
about, if we're talking about a possibility, could, or if we're talking about like a real or like a more secure answer, si no hablamos de una posibilidad, sino algo como de más seguridad, utilizamos el would. So he wouldn't have become, right? He wouldn't have become a coach if he had been able to play for a big club. He wouldn't have become a coach. Si él hubiese tenido la posibilidad de jugar en un club grande, él no se hubiese convertido en un entrenador. Okay. Number 6, he
would have been
Had been. Had been.
Hey, look, but we're talking about now. Look at this, now. So if we're talking about now, we are using, so it will be different. So he, ¿cómo nos quedaría esta? He
Had been.
He would be happier. Él sería más fácil, más feliz. He would be happier now if él sería más feliz ahora si él. So a condition, si condicional, if he
had
present past perfect.
had
Fulfilled. If he had fulfilled his ambitions, okay? Él sería más feliz ahora. Esa es la segunda condición, okay? La del past condition or past condition and present result or general result, okay? Number 7, if Margot not got to Greece for her holiday that year, she not met Nikos.
If Margot hadn't gone,
Yes, very good. If Margot hadn't gone, hadn't gone. Si ella no hubiese ido, if Margot hadn't gone to Greece for her holiday that year, ella no hubiese conocido.
She wouldn't have met.
Very good. She wouldn't have met Nikos. Let me change this. She wouldn't have met. Ella no hubiese conocido a Nikos. Okay. Number 8, she forgot about Nikos if he not follow her home.
She had forgotten about Nikos.
No. Ella se hubiese olvidado.
She will.
She would, or también probabilidad sería she might, right?
Oh,
Or
yes.
she could, yes. Yes. So she might or she would. It depends on what we want to express. She would or she might have forgotten. She would have or she might have forgotten about Nikos. Voy a pasarla aquí.
If she hadn't
Follow.
If
her
he
follow
hadn't, yes, if he hadn't
Follow.
followed her. If he hadn't followed her home. Number 9, if she not marry Nikos.
Married.
If she hadn't. If she hadn't married Nikos, she still live in England. Okay, she would or might. Estamos hablando de algo de still, o sea, algo que es todavía, right? So,
teacher, but it's still first, right? She still might.
She would still.
She would still live.
Would still
Have.
be living.
Still or still?
Still, sorry. She will still be living, or she might still, if we want to talk about
Teacher, why be living?
estaría viviendo, because we're talking about the present. Ella estaría viviendo, she would still or she might still be living. Ella estaría viviendo en Inglaterra. Okay. Because we're talking about the present. And the last one, if she not moved to Greece.
Hadn't moved.
If she hadn't moved. If she hadn't moved to Greece, she still be a nurse now. Una enfermera ahora.
Your screen.
Oh, you cannot see, but then I need to, es que si lo bajo se me mueve todo. You can take a screenshot, si le pueden de pronto tomar un screenshot a esto para antes de moverlo, de bajar.
Right, teacher.
Okay.
You got it.
Okay, you got it? Yes? Or yes, guys, can I?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, very good. So, because, right, if I move here, then everything is moved and we can't see well. Number 10, if she
hadn't married.
If she hadn't moved, okay, let's do it this again. If she hadn't moved, si ella no se hubiese mudado, if she hadn't moved to Greece, she would or could or might. Okay, so I can say she would be. Si yo digo ella sería una enfermera todavía, lo digo con would. Si hablo de una probabilidad, puedo utilizar el might o puedo utilizar el could. Okay, she would, or depende de lo que quiera decir. She might still be. She would still be, or she might still be a nurse now. Okay, guys, clear? Easy, right? It's not that hard. It's not that hard. No es tan complicado. It's not that hard. It just takes some, like analyzing the sentence. It just takes like analyzing the situation and then decide. But all of these are hypothetical situations in the past. Some of them are past condition, past result. Some others can be past condition, but present or general result, como algunas que hicimos. Guys, is there any question about this?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, you have questions or not? Or is everything clear?
It's clear.
Okay, very good. Okay, guys, right now we're going to take a couple of minutes
Teacher,
to, yes,
sorry,
yes.
I have a
So it's
question.
okay. Yeah, what's your question?
Okay, in the last one,
Mhm.
if she hadn't moved to Greece,
Mhm.
she might still be, why be like be?
This.
I mean,
Oh, because look, we are using a modal verb. Estamos utilizando un verbo modal que son el would o el might.
good.
Ajá, o el might. And we know that after a modal verb, después de un verbo modal, we cannot conjugate the verb. So we know that be, sabemos que el verbo to be, tiene muchas formas. In present, we have is, are, in past was, were, and participle been, right? Or in base form.
Yeah, why is not being? Why is not in the participle?
She would still be a nurse. No, it doesn't make sense. No tendría sentido. Ella sería una enfermera ahora. ¿Cómo dices tú? Ella sería, would be. ¿Por qué con el continuo? She would be being. It doesn't make sense. Like, no tendría sentido. Ella estaría siendo una enfermera. No, ni siquiera en español le decimos así tampoco. Ella estaría siendo una enfermera. Ella sería una enfermera. She will be a nurse.
She will be a nurse. I'm confused.
You're confused? Why? She would.
I wasn't
be a
confused,
nurse.
but now I'm confused
Because-
with that one.
Because the be, this is the main verb. Ese es el verbo principal. Be. We need to conjugate it. Tenemos que conjugarlo. There is no other verb. No hay otro verbo. Still no es un verbo. Still, it's not a verb. It means todavía o aún. She'll still be a nurse. Sería, ella sería o todavía sería una enfermera. There is no other verb. And then we have a modal verb. Tenemos un verbo modal, el would o el might. And we cannot conjugate the next or the following verb.
Teacher, and with would have.
Oh, but that's different.
¿Cómo sería la traducción? O sea, yo sé que no debería estar diciendo eso, pero ¿cómo sería, digamos, no would still be inside would have?
She would have been, she would have become. That's different. Ella se hubiese convertido. Es diferente decir ella sería una enfermera. Ella se hubiese convertido. El would have become, that is different. It's different. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, guys. So we're going to take a couple of minutes for you to do this. This is something that we all do at the end of the cycle. Encuesta de satisfacción de ciclo 3. Siempre la tomamos finalizando el ciclo. Aquí van a llenar con sus correos electrónicos, nombres, apellidos, código de estudiantes. Si no tienen el código de estudiante, les puedo compartir la pantalla un segundito. Tipo documento de identidad, el número, selecciona el curso y el nombre de sus profesoras, que pues en este caso sería B1.3. Laura Daniela Chaparro en Blanco Ríos Marilyn. ¿Ok? Entonces leen las preguntas y seleccionan de acuerdo pues a lo que ustedes consideran para este ciclo. Okay, guys, so I'm going to share this and I'm going to give you a couple of minutes. Por favor, lo hacemos ahora mismo porque ya desde coordinación están ahí muy pendientes de que todos tengamos, de que todos los estudiantes tomen esta encuesta. And then, si no tienen el código de estudiante, let me share my screen here. Voy a compartirles aquí mi pantallita. Y voy a ir pasándola, voy a ir compartiéndola. Hold on. This. Con los primeros estudiantes. So please, 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 guys. Entonces acá vamos para Saray, Andrés, Joeli, Andrea Vaca, Cárdenas Gilbert, John Hammer, Brian. Lo voy a ir bajando. Sí, estoy compartiéndoles la pantalla, right? Sí.
Yes.
Stephanie, ok. Si voy muy rápido y deben devolverse, me avisan, por favor. Silvia Alejandra, Judy Lisette. Diana Lisette. Luisa Fernanda. Mayra Juliet. Mayra Alejandra. Harold. Angélica, Daniela. Ana María. Jennifer Jimena. Natalie. And Christian and Daniela. Okay. Did you copy your code?
Sorry, teacher, I couldn't. Can you
I
please
couldn't?
scroll
Yeah.
up?
Okay, what's your name? Harold.
Harold Rodriguez. I guess that I'm the 19.
Okay, Harold Rodriguez.
Sí,
Rodriguez. Yes, this one.
sí.
So this is your code.
Me, teacher, please. Sorry.
69. I got it.
Okay, you got it? Excellent. Is there another person?
Me, teacher, Judy.
Judy Lisette. You are Judy Lisette. Yes, Judy Lisette Liscano.
Thank you, teacher. I got it.
Okay, is there any other person? Anybody else, guys? ¿Alguien más que necesite ver el código? No? All of you got it? I guess. Okay, I guess. So guys, please take a couple of minutes to take this encuesta de satisfacción and then let me know when you finish. Thank you. Finish, guys? Did you finish?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, all of you? Those? Did you all finish?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. Okay. Can we continue? Can we continue with the rest of the session?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Or is there a person that hasn't finished? Is there a person that hasn't finished? Alguien que diga, no, profe, I haven't finished. I need 1 more minute or 2 so we can wait. No, all of you? Guys, did you finish? All of you? Or is there a person that hasn't
Yes,
finished?
teacher, I finished.
Yes.
teacher.
Very good. Sorry? You finished?
Yes.
Okay, great, awesome. Okay, guys, so let's continue. It is important to take it, okay? Es importante que lo tomen, que todos en clasecita tomen la encuesta porque es una información que se está requiriendo desde coordinación. Entonces, por favor, hacerlo ya mismo, quienes de pronto no la han tomado, okay? So let's start, guys. We are going to begin with our session. Today, we are going to be working on page 122 and 123. So this is our task. We are going to discuss dilemmas. We are going to do this part. Please, everyone, open the book. Darles un minutito para que abran el libro, okay? Page 122 and 123. Okay, so this is about discussing dilemmas or dilemmas. Both pronunciations are possible, okay, guys, for this word. Even in American or in British English, both pronunciations are possible. Discussing dilemmas or dilemma, both are okay, okay? So we're going to read the introduction to the problem page. Do you ever read problem pages, guys? How is this one different? So this is discussing dilemmas or dilemmas revisited. What do they do next? Every month, we feature readers' letters on our problem page and try to give out good advice. But what do readers actually do? This month, we have tracked down 3 readers whose problems were featured 2 years ago. Read the original problems, then read what they decided to do on page 139. Do we have something like this in our country, in our community, in our society? Do we have websites? Yeah, probably websites where people post their problems and then they expect advice from other people. Do we have something like this? Have you ever heard about this or not?
Maybe
Yes.
certain like groups in Reddit about in Spanish of Colombian people. It's like the more close of that.
It's like the what, sorry?
In Reddit, certain groups of Colombian people, they're talking
Ah.
about their problems. There
Okay.
was time someone with a
Okay.
neighborhood from the La Costa.
Oh, okay.
Lago,
That's
those
interesting.
stuff.
Okay. I have seen groups on Facebook. I have seen groups on Facebook where people post problems and then but they don't it's like an anonymous person. They don't show who they are, and then they write, okay, so my problem is this, and then I don't know what to do. What would you guys do? Or I am living this situation right now and I don't know what to do. And then people from Facebook, they give them advice. Confesiones in in Instagram, maybe. Yeah, there are accounts for that on Instagram. I have seen that. Yes. They're looking for advice. They don't know what to do, or they are confused about something. Okay, very good. So we are going to read these problems that these people had. This is they are tracking down these readers. So this is what they posted 2 years ago. Okay, this is what they posted 2 years ago. This is the original post. Este es el post original, el que ellos publicaron hace 2 años. So we're going to read it. Can someone please read the first one? Should I choose the job or my girlfriend? Can someone please, I'm going to zoom it so that you can see better. Can someone please read number 1? Guys, can someone please read aloud number 1?
I can do it.
Okay, thank you very much. Go ahead.
Should I choose the job of my girlfriend? I am 23 and recently I celebrate 3 years together with my girlfriend, Vanessa. She's 22. I asked her parents if I could propose to her. And I'm a bit old-fashioned, I guess. Her parents were really pleased and supported me. But when I asked her to marry me, she was angry because I had told to her parents and said no at the moment. This really upset me, but we didn't talk about it anymore. A month ago, I was offered a great new job in a town 300 miles away. I said yes immediately. When I told Vanessa and asked her to move to the new town with me, she was really angry. Oh my God, Vanessa is really difficult.
Yeah, she is.
She said that I should have asked her first. She said she wants to stay together, but she doesn't want to move, and she still says that she doesn't want to get married yet. She's the love of my life, but I'm really confused about what to do. Some of my friends say I should split up with her and take the job, but if I never meet anymore,
another person like her. Yeah, but what if I never meet another person like her? Thank you very much, Maida. Great, great, great. So split up is a synonym of break up. Okay, so some of my friends say I should split up with her or break up with her and take the job. But what if I never meet another person like her? But what if you meet another person better, or another person that is or wants to, support you in all that you want to do? So we'll see. Okay, number 2, can someone please, this one, number 2, professional footballer or accountancy? Another person to read this, please.
Yes, teacher.
Thank you.
I played football since I was, and I always dreamed of becoming a professional footballer. A couple of years ago, when I was 15, I had a trial with a local football club. They're just a small club in the 3rd division, but I always support them. Unfortunately, the club said I wasn't good enough, so I decided to concentrate on my studies. I worked hard, and last year I was accepted on an accountancy course at a good university. I was really happy about this and ready to start my class. A couple of weeks ago, the club contacted me and asked me to train again. This time they offered me a 2-year professional contract, which they will renew if I do well. Now I don't know what to do. My parents say I should go to the university, but I've been having dreams at night of playing for the club or for my country. I really think I'm good enough to do that, but I feel really confused. Oscar.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. So this is Oscar, who is confused about becoming a professional footballer or to go to university to study an accountancy course at a good university. Okay. Number 3, it's my mother-in-law or me. Can someone please read the last one, please? Guys, one person to read the last one.
Teacher, I can do it.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Okay. Teacher, I don't know how can I say the first word.
I've been,
Okay. I've been married for 10 years. Last year, my husband's father died. So his mother was 69 and she quickly became lonely and depressed. We tried to help her as much as possible, but it wasn't easy. We live 80 miles away. We have 2 children of 6 and 4, and we both work. A few months ago, my husband asked his mother to come and live with us. I was really angry because he didn't ask me first. He said he had no choice. Oh, my mother-in-law has been living with us for 3 months now. She's driving me crazy. I know she has never liked me, but now she criticized me. She criticized me in front of the children and says that the house isn't clean enough. She tells me that I shouldn't work and that I should spend more time with my family. My husband says I shouldn't get upset. I be tried to accept it and carry on as normal, but it's very, very hard. Last month, I told my husband that it's either her or me.
Either her or me.
Either her or me. I said we have to find a care home for her. He refused to talk about it.
Okay, that's a hard situation because in one hand, it's his mother, and then on the other hand is his family, his wife, his kids. And it's a hard situation when it comes to the in-law relationships, right? The in-law either with the mother-in-law, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, father-in-law. So sometimes that can be hard. So now, guys, I'm going to send you well, no, I'm not going to send you right now to the breakout rooms because otherwise we're not going to have time to do it. But we are going to do it individually. You guys are going to do this first part that it says, make notes about the people listed below, thinking about questions 1, 2, and 3. So what are the questions? This is question number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3. The first question is, what did I do right and what did I do wrong? What options did I have? And what would you have done in their position? ¿Qué hubieses hecho tú en su posición? So think about Larry. Who is Larry? Larry is the first guy. So think about this. What did he do right? What did he do wrong? What options did he have? And what would you have done in his position? Then with Vanessa, Vanessa is his girlfriend or his ex-girlfriend, we don't know. So what would you have done in Vanessa's position? ¿Qué hubieran hecho ustedes en la posición de Vanessa? What would you have done in Vanessa's position? What about in Vanessa's parents' position? What would you have done? What about Oscar? And then think about Oscar and then remember that he wanted to become a football player, but then on the other hand, he wanted to, or he was accepted in a university to study a career or a course. What would you have done in his position? Then in his parents, in Oscar's parents, what would you have done in their position? And then in the last part, Astrid, then Astrid husbands and Astrid mother-in-law. You are going to think about this, and then we come here and we discuss it together. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, is it clear? Okay. But guys, you are no so talkative today. Como hoy no están así como tan participativos, maybe porque es lunes, tal vez porque es lunes, I don't know. So I'm thinking about sending you to the breakout rooms so that you can discuss it together. And then we come back to the main session and then we continue. Do you want to do it individually or do you want to do it in groups? What would you guys prefer?
Individually,
Individually. Okay. So let's do it individually. I'm not going to send you to the breakout rooms for this activity. So make notes. I'm going to give you 8 minutes. 8 minutitos, 8 minutes, because we cannot stay or we cannot have more than that, because otherwise we're not going to have time to do the other activities. So 8 minutes, 8 minutitos, 8 minutes to think about the questions and then answer them. Please start. Okay, guys, finish. Finish, guys.
No, yet, teacher.
No,
Not
yeah.
yet.
Couple
Okay. Okay. Okay, 2 more minutes and then we start talking about what would you have done in their position, especially the last question. What would you have done in their position? Because if we do number 1, number 2, then it will take us longer. So especially question number 3, what would you have done in their position?
Well, teacher, in the first,
Yes.
I answered that she, bueno, her girlfriend fights a lot.
His
So
girlfriend?
for me, it's a problem. So it's better split up and continue with my life.
Okay, this is something that you would have done in his position. I agree. I mean, she seems to be not an easy person because look, if they have, look at what he says. So they were together for 3 years and then he wanted to marry her, but she's not sure about marrying him after 3 years together. I mean, there is no rush at all because they're young. He's 23, she's 22. There is no rush at all. But if you, in my opinion, if you are with someone for such a long time, it's because you want to build something with that person, right? And she seems to be really upset about getting married. And now she also doesn't want to support him in his new job. She's like, oh, I'm not leaving. She was really angry and so on. So for me, in my position, I would have broken up with her if she was my partner. I would have broken up with her because if this is what I want to do, if this is like a great opportunity for me in my life and my partner is not willing to support me, then what am I doing with that person? It's a hard decision. It's not easy. And especially after a long time, because they're a couple, or they have been a couple for 3 years. So it's not, like easy to just say, okay, goodbye. But it's not, I mean, it's a good decision for his life. Okay. What about Vanessa? What would you have done in Vanessa's position, guy? Anybody?
If were Vanessa, I broke up with Larry and we'll go to the psychologist. I don't know.
You will try to find help. You would.
Yes.
Okay. You would go and try to find help with a psychologist. Okay. Anybody else?
Teacher, I write that the situation is tough because it is it's like Vanessa.
Sorry.
I wrote about the football. Bueno. Ay, ¿cómo se llama el muchacho?
Oscar.
Oscar, yeah.
Okay.
Well, in Vanessa, I said that that situation is difficult. I believe that when you marry or organize with a person, your parents have to understand and respect that situation and never get into problems that aren't theirs. So I would talk to my husband to talk with my mother and set limits.
Limits. Okay. Okay, so you think, oh, Stephanie says Vanessa is emotionally dependent of her parents. Maybe, yes, it seems right. It seems like she's kind of dependent. Her parents were but take a look, her parents, Vanessa's parents, were really pleased. They were happy. They're like, okay, we accept your relationship with our daughter and we are happy and we support you in that decision. But it was Vanessa who didn't want to get married at the moment. She was like, oh, why did you ask my parents? And then because I think that she felt somehow kind of pressure, because she's like, oh, now my parents know, so now I need to answer, yes, I do, I want to marry you. But maybe at that moment she didn't want to, or she didn't feel that she was 100% sure that that was the next step that she wanted to take into that relationship. So that's hard, and I kind of understand how Vanessa felt. But I would, if I was Vanessa, I would have talked to Larry first, and then let him know that she doesn't think, or she didn't think it was a good decision to have talked to her parents first. Maybe Larry needed to talk to Vanessa first before asking her parents. Don't you think?
Yes, teacher, I think that there was a lack of communication between Larry and Vanessa.
Yes, I totally agree. And what about Vanessa's parents? Well, we cannot say that much about Vanessa's parents, but what would you have done in their position?
Well, if I have a daughter and her boyfriend is asking for if they can marry,
Is asking to marry her?
Yes, to marry her. Like, excuse me, did you ask her first? Because it's their relationship. I mean, I know that in the past, but in the past it was like something economic, you know, the marriage.
Yeah, there were different.
Now it's more private. It's because you have a relationship and you want that relationship grow up. So what you do is to take another step and try in the marriage.
Okay.
But parents are only like spectator.
Okay. Yes. Okay, very good. Guys, what about in Oscar? Remember that Oscar is this second guy that he doesn't know if he wants to become a professional footballer or football player, or to go to university to study accountancy. What would you have done? What would you have done in his position? What would you have done?
I mean, their club is a third division club. So if you go to the university, join to the football club in the university, you have more odds to become a professional football player than a third division team.
Okay.
So the smartest decision is go to university.
Go to university and then join the university's team, football team.
And a university football club is more, have a, I don't know, more impact than a team.
More impact and more chances
than a third division club.
Than a third. Okay. So you would have gone to university for sure. You would have gone to university in your case. Okay, very good. Any other person that says, oh no, I think I would have become a football player, or do you guys agree?
I will accept the professional contract.
Oh, you would have accepted the contract? Why?
I know life is one and
life is short and you never know what's gonna happen. I was thinking in that way because it's like, okay, life is short, and then it's only a 2-year contract, right? It's only a 2-year contract. And then it's only 2 years. So I would have taken the chance, because what if I become like a great football player, and then I have the opportunity to go to another club after I finish my contract there. And then if things didn't work out, or if things don't work out, I'm still young. Well, I'm sure that he's young. And then I would have gone to university after that period, after the 2 years. If things didn't work out, then I would have, started university. That's my opinion. That's my opinion, because life is just one, and you have to try to make things that make you happy, because you never know what's going to happen in the future. So
yes.
yes.
When you graduate of university, you are unemployment.
That's super sad. That's super sad. Yeah. And you never know if you're gonna find a job. So I always say in Spanish, no me quiero quedar con el que hubiese pasado sí.
Maybe
me too.
They don't have the same opportunity in another years, and they regret.
Sometimes opportunities come just once.
In your life.
Yeah. And then it's, or you take it or you don't take it. And then, yeah. So that's
and
a hard.
Also, teacher, the careers for football careers are really short. So he can be an accountant.
Yeah. In the future.
And he is also young, but with some money that he saved from he wants to know to do.
Okay. Yeah. I agree. Guys, what about, let's move to a street. What would you have done in a street situation? What would you have done here? Imagine you are living the situation, or you were living the situation that she was. What would you have done?
Well, she was in a difficult situation, but in her position, I wouldn't put her husband in that situation. Sorry.
And like in the middle of it.
Yeah. I think that she will talk to him and find
an agreement, to come to an agreement. Yeah.
Yes.
It's hard, because imagine living with one person that, because she said that her mother-in-law doesn't like her, and so imagine living with a person who is, not nice to you, and then you are raising your kids in one way, because they have 2 kids. Remember that they have 2 kids. And then the mother-in-law, criticizes everything, even in front of the children, like unauthorizing her, which is something that I don't agree with. So I would have talked to my husband, and I would have said something like, okay, we need to come to an agreement, because things cannot function, or things cannot continue like this. And then I think he would have, or he could have talked to
You need to talk with her mom.
His
mom.
Yes, he needs to talk to his mom first, like have like a private one-to-one conversation, and then he needs to tell her how his wife feels, and to come to an agreement in order to make the relationship better, or to improve the relationship and the environment, because it's not healthy, not only for Astrid, but also for the kids, because remember that the kids are also in the middle of that situation. Imagine the kids listening or listening to their grandma talking bad things or criticizing their mother. It's not easy for the kids as well. Yes, Maida, you're raising your hand. What do you think?
Teacher, I think that her husband is really disrespectful because I know that her mother-in-law, well, his mother is in a tough moment, but he has a new family, and that's his wife and his children.
Yeah.
So before to bring her mother, he needs to ask her.
He should have asked straight first, because she says, I was really angry because he didn't ask me first. He said he had no choice, but you
can find a lot of choices.
Yes, the right thing. Yeah, the right thing to do is to ask her first, because it's not easy. I mean, it's a hard situation because in one hand it's his mother, and she is kind of old, she's 69, and then she's kind of depressed, and because his father died, that means her husband died, and it's a tough situation. But on the other hand, he needs to think about his family, that is his wife and his kids. So for sure they need to come to an agreement, because it's not easy. It's not an easy.
It's not easy, but she's disrespectful with her. I mean, we understand that some people are old, and I also can understand that she's her mother and all the responsibility about it, but you are raising children, and they also need respect.
They must be the priority there. The kids. Okay.
And it's not healthy that they are
healthy. Nope.
All that situation.
Nope, it's not healthy at all. Yes, it's not healthy at all. Guys, now we're going to read what happens, because remember that this is the first time they posted their stories, the original problem, and now we're going to read what they decided to do. So let's go to page 131. Good. Can someone please read, Larry, the first one, please?
Yes, teacher. Larry, I got hundreds of letters and emails from readers of the magazine after my problem was printed. Most of them say that I should choose the job. Although some people say that I should follow my heart and stay with my girlfriend. In the end, I decided to speed up with her and just felt that the job was a really good opportunity for me. Since then, I've moved to the new city and I've done well in my job. I'm earning good money now, but I still really miss my girlfriend and I haven't met anyone else yet. She's with another guy now. I think I've emailed her a few times and even left messages on her voicemail, but she doesn't reply.
Okay, guys, what do you think about the end of this story, about Larry's story? Is what you imagined he was going to do, or was it a different
Vanessa didn't love him.
Yes, right?
It was the best decision.
Yeah, I think he made the right decision. But that's hard.
But teacher have to overcome Vanessa and move, meaning
move on. Yes, he needs to move on.
Meet new people and she maybe love him, but you know, the feel.
But only not in the same way as he loves her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And maybe the fight improve or help to grow up and change the feelings.
I think everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. And I think right now is hard for Larry. Well, after 2 years, he still misses her, but I think he needs to move on and continue with his life because that's life, and she's now with another person, and I think he should understand that he needs to move on and forget about her and be thankful for all the things that he learned while he was with her, because that is one important aspect when we move on, right? When we are like, okay, this is not working and I need to move on and continue with my life. We need to always take the best part of everything, even though it's sometimes we need to face or we need to deal hard moments and make hard decisions, but we learned, or we need to learn from everything, either good or bad. We need to learn from them, and I think he needs to move on and keep the positive or the things that he learned while he was with her, so he doesn't make the same mistakes in his next relationship. It's super sad, but that's life. That's life, guys. Do you guys agree? Do you guys need to or want to say something else?
I agree, teacher.
You agree. Okay.
But sometimes it's hard to keep the best part of the things. I don't know. No, not always is easier, and
yeah,
sometimes it's better forget everything and try to do it again.
To start over. And okay, yeah, okay, I agree. However, I always, when I'm dealing with a hard moment, because we all deal with difficult situations, we always need to think about, okay, what am I learning from this? I know this is hard. I know this is not an easy situation, but what is this situation teaching me? What am I learning out of this? And especially for Larry, that he broke up with his girlfriend, he needs to learn, or he needs to say, okay, maybe the mistakes that I made in that relationship, I'm going to learn from them, and I'm not going to repeat those same mistakes. And I need to think about myself first and think about my future first. And for sure, his girlfriend didn't like him the same way that he not love him, sorry. She didn't love him the same way that he loved her. That's sad, but that's life. Let's move to the next one. Let's find out what happened to Oscar. Can someone please read what happened to Oscar?
Almost everyone agreed with the advice my parents gave me. They said that football was too insecure to be a career. I decided to listen, and I took the 2 years contract with the local football club. It's been a really exciting 2 years, and I've really developed as a player, but I haven't managed to get a regular place in the first team. My contracts come to an end soon, and I don't think they will give me another one. I'm trying to get a contract with another club at the moment. I still dream of playing with my country, for my country.
For my country. Okay. What do you think about this? Is this what you imagined that was going to happen? Is this does it have a different ending from the one that you thought?
I believe that is interesting, because when you stay and didn't try do things, maybe you are like a pity como que te culpas.
Blaming yourself, you're blaming yourself.
Blaming yourself, exactly. So if he didn't get a new contract, he will try with another job.
Okay.
With their career.
Okay. So I think that at the end, he is not upset with his decision. He's like, okay, I'm still trying to get a contract with another club at the moment. And he still dreams of playing for his country. So I think he is not upset with the decision that he made, and I think he's happy with it. I mean, it's not having the end that he was thinking it would have, but he's not upset about it. I don't think he's upset, or he doesn't sound upset. I don't think so, right? Anything else, guys, that you want to say about this part? About his situation? No more? So let's go with the last one. Astrid. Let's read what happened with Astrid at the end after 2 years. Can someone please read the last one?
Advice from the readers was quite mixed. Some of them thought I should just accept the situation and stop complaining. Others advised me to leave my husband. About a month after I wrote the letter, I blew my top with my husband. He finally listened to me and agreed to look for a care home for his mother. She was very, very upset. She's been in the care home for about 18 months now. Our family our family life is back to normal, and that's great. But my mother-in-law hates the home. She's become depressed and she doesn't like the other residents. I don't know if I did the right thing, but something had to change.
Okay, guys, is this the end? Is this ending what you were expecting? Is this what you thought was going to happen? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I am very much happy that I believe that.
Okay. Do you agree with her decision? Do you think that she made the right decision?
Yes, definitely.
Teacher, I am not agree.
You don't agree? You don't agree? Why?
For me, it's incredible that you allow that your mother or your mother-in-law go for a care home because it's your mom and you have not have like obligation, but we should be help our people. Yes.
Okay.
So your family is my family too. I would try to talk first, or maybe rent a house near to my house with my family.
Near
but
your house.
Never care home, because for me it's incredible. It's like, oh my God, it's the easy way. So go for them and
go there and
washing my hands.
Yeah, you're like, okay, it's not my problem anymore.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Okay. So it's hard. It's a hard decision because as we were saying, on one hand, it's his mother, but then on the other hand is his family, his wife, his kids. I think it also has to be with the culture. In our culture in Colombia, we are very family oriented. And for us, our family comes first. And if you think about it, in my position, my parents are the center of my life. and I do everything for them, and I would, you know, like put them first all the time. But when I'm not married, and I don't, you know, it's so I cannot talk it, or I cannot, you know, give an opinion based on marriage. But I know it's hard. I know it's not an easy thing to do, but in other countries, they're not that family oriented. They're like, oh, my mother is old, or my father is old, so I'm going to send them to a new residency or a new residence where they have only old people live in those buildings. This is something that is true, because when I was living in the United States, they do have buildings that only old people live there, and they have caregivers, and the buildings are designed for old people. And I think it's fun, and they have clubs, and they have a reading section, and then they can play chess together, and it's a good thing for them. And they live around people the same age. But if we think about it, in our culture, in our society, in the way we think, or the way we perceive our families, that we are, as I was saying, family oriented, it's hard, because we're like, well, my mom should not live alone, my mom should not go to live in a residence where old people live, and so on. It's a hard decision, guys. It's something really hard. Anything else that you want to add here?
Well, I mean, in those places, in United States, Canada, London, I mean, England, etc., that residences is not the happiest place of the world, but compared with here,
yeah, no,
it's a good place.
Oh my
god, it's a good option, because here a lot of that person get abandoned, like here, and you going to a trip, I don't know, from Barranca, you left your parents there, and someone call and receive them. In those places, literally, you go with your parents, you left there.
Yeah, exactly. Guys, time flies. El tiempo vuela. I just realized it's 7:44 and it's time for you to go and rest. Es hora de que ustedes se vayan a descansar. We had a last activity. Teníamos una última actividad, but we're not gonna have the time to do it. And it's this one. Oh, no, let me go back here. This one. So I wanted that you guys did this. It's either write a letter to Larry, Oscar, or Astrid and tell them what they should do now, 2 years after their original problem. Esto es un poco diferente. Voy a explicarla rápidamente en español porque pues ya el tiempo es muy corto y ya ustedes tienen que irse a descansar. Aquí es escribirle una carta como de, ok, ¿qué sigue ahora? What should I do now? No hablando de, oh, yo hubiera hecho tal cosa. No, it's about the present. Es en el presente. Es una, o a Larry, or a Oscar, or a Steve, okay? Just one. And then you can do it for extra practice. La pueden hacer como práctica extra. You can send it to me. La pueden subir al Drive o me la pueden enviar a mí por el grupo. And then I can give you feedback. Y les doy el feedback que ustedes requieran, ¿ok? Como para practicar para el examen de mañana. Guys, thank you very much. Remember that I will meet you tomorrow at 6 p.m. for the final test. Recordemos mañana 6 de la tarde para tomar el examen final. And then no olviden que hoy tienen hasta la medianoche para enviarme el tercer avance del proyecto. Guys, thank you very much for being here today. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye, guys. Take care. Bye. Take care.
Bye, teacher.
Bye.